just like any other camp, but you know, it was just a little more you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of upside here.
So. And like you said, you was like away from here. You was out there by Tampa and everything like that. So you don't worry about the miscellaneous stuff from being here in this area by being over there that way.
For sure.
Yeah, so you was out there, you know, of course, you had your brother out there, you had like Ben Johnson out there, you know, when they had their fights and stuff like that. So how was it working with them and, you know, just sharing camp with them and among the other fighters over there in the area?
Man, it's always good to have my little brothers in camp with me. They like a, you know what I'm saying, like a comfort zone. You know, this sport, you in this by yourself, but when you have somebody working alongside with you, it's always better. And why not have my little brothers, you know what I'm saying, witness what I have going on my way to greatness, and hopefully, and I'm confident that they'll do the same thing and follow in my footsteps and surpass me, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. You had like some other fighters out there around that camp too, you know, that you were working with. Like, what did you get from them while you were up? Just
the energy. The energy was on point. They was very welcoming. You know, shout out to the Pro Box Gym. Shout out to Gary. Shout out Mark. They were very welcoming. They were very welcoming to us. And, you know, it made it feel like home. It was like it definitely felt like home away from home. We didn't want for anything out there. You could ask anybody. We was treated with, you know what I'm saying, with open arms. So that was love.
Yeah, and of course you representing this area here for the upcoming fight on March 1st. So like, you know, what is it to kind of like get to this particular point here in your professional career? Because you went through, like we said before, the hard times, and then being able to become world champion later on down the line against Hector Luis Garcia, and now you're at this point here where you're fighting Tank Davis.
It's all part of the journey, man. It feels good. It feels great to sit back and look and see where I started and where I am now. But this ain't where it stopped. So, you know, I'm excited. I'm taking it all in. I'm embracing it. I'm grateful. But we still got work to do.
But it ain't over.
It ain't over.
Yeah, it ain't over. Yeah, thanks, Steph.
Hey, Ray. This is Ray Massey, ASAP Boxing.
What's up,
I
bro?
got a question for you. Who do you think has the best body shot? I know you've seen Tank's, and yours was very impressive from that last fight. Now, there you go. I just wanted to see what you would say, because I really appreciate that last fight when you caught the guy with that body shot. It looked like
I thought it was over. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, right?
I didn't think it was gonna get up.
Right. How about your legacy, though? What do you want people to remember you as at the end of your career? When it's all said and done, you've accomplished a lot. This won't be your first time looking across the ring at Tank Davis, right?
Hell no.
And so, what do you want people to walk away with, right?
I want people to walk away with the fact that I was a student of the game. I was a bad motherfucker, and you know, I put my work in, and I put my hard hat on to get where I was at. I didn't have social media. I didn't have a big social media push, following, or none of that to catapult me. I did what I had to do in the amateurs to get, you know, where I was when I first started professionally and signed to a major promotional company out of there. And then I still had to work my way up, you know, the right way. Or not necessarily the right way, but, you know what I'm saying, like the hard way. So, you know, that's all I want people to, and the fact that I ain't duck no smoke.
Right.
That I ain't duck no smoke. Because, like I said before, it's far from over. This ain't gonna be the first. I mean, this ain't gonna be the last mega fight. Mm-hmm. This ain't gonna be the last mega fight. I plan on, you know, solidifying my legacy the right way, and this is gonna be the start of it.
And with all the publicity surrounding you, lead up to this fight, how do you mentally purge? I know boxing is your heart, and like everybody, I love boxing, but sometimes I got to put away for a second so I can just retain that part of me that's not necessarily boxing, that who makes me me, right?
Yeah.
So for you, what is that thing that you do? Or is it the thing that you do?
I mean, I got people who really love me, like, you know what I'm saying, that I communicate with every day, that I interact with every day. I got a son. I got a 3-year-old. You know, when I'm on daddy mode, I'm on daddy mode. You know what I'm saying? I got a family. Like, I got a family. My immediate family is my loved ones. But when it's all said and done, for real, my family is a boxing family. Like, I'm a boxing fan too. I like watching boxing and all that. So even though I do get away from boxing, like, they gotta be on like vacation or something. That's about it. And when I get away from boxing, I be on vacation. That's when I'm really away. So, or like if I'm doing something on a special occasion. But other than that, I really enjoy boxing. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I really enjoy it. And we can wait. Yeah.
Battery, bro. I look forward to seeing you on my first.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Lamont, so representing the DMV, of course, there's a lot of great DMV fighters. If this was you envision for this area, with all this talent being on the big stage like this?
Of course. You gotta think, if you look at the history, me and Tank fought in 2011, he won. We was 1 and 2 in the nation. Now we fighting to see who's the best in the world. And we doing it for a large amount of money. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a true testament to the area in itself, and the skills surrounding this area and within this area. It always been a boxing hotbed. You know, DC, Maryland, and DC and Maryland got. What phone is that?
This me. This for PPC. We got a transcriber out here.
Oh, all right. DC and Maryland got a rich history in the professional boxing world with champions. So
They do.
I'm just glad to be continuing that. You know what I'm saying? Well, both of us continuing that piece of that legacy.
So where you want to end up on that list in terms of just fighters in this area?
I want to end up number 1, of course. That's why we here today. That's why we here today. So, you know, and I'm doing what I need to do to make sure I secure that for sure.
All right, last thing you said, you're making a lot of money for this fight. So is that going to change your negotiations in the future and how you approach trying to get that paycheck?
That's business, right? That's business, right? Yes, it is. But, you know, that's what it come with. So, in hindsight, I want to thank whatchamacallit for the opportunity, because shit about to change. Shit about to change.
I got a question. What are some motivational factors that help you contribute to this fight?
My child. I want him to want for nothing in the world. Nothing. And one of my biggest motivations, even before I had my son, is that I always wanted to be the best at damn near everything I did. So that's just how it was. I just have a competitive nature in me. That's how I was raised, and I could never do anything without putting my best foot forward. And 9 times out of 10, when I put my best foot forward, I either win or I become the best at whatever I'm doing.
Hey, Lamont, Tank has been kind of insinuating that you're not from DC. What's he talking about?
Ask him where you got that from.
Yeah. Is that like an inside joke, or is he just?
The hell if I know. I mean, I done already went through this with a lot with some clowns. So if he want to be added to that list, he could be. You know what I'm saying? But tell him who told him that.
You know, I know Tank's known to kind of play mind games. You know, the Ryan, he did the whole, he has a mole in his camp. And, you know, home is close to home for each other. So, I mean, it's...
even, let's hypothetically, let's put it like this. If I wasn't, so, what the hell? What's that going, what is that going to do? What is that supposed to do? What is it giving him in his head? Like, is that giving him a 1-up? Is that giving me a 1 down? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Oh, I mean, shit. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
You think as a fighter, right? A sense of motivation, because when he kind of talked about, he didn't feel like at a point in training camp he wasn't doing 100%. It kind of frustrated him. So I don't know if that was.
He probably do need to pick me up.
Why?
Oh, that's a good question right there. That's something I can't answer. I don't know. That's something I don't know.
You don't think he's like underestimating you, in this sense, when he says he needs kind of these pick-me-ups, or he didn't feel like, or he has to go to a whole new different camp to kind of, I guess.
I don't know. We can address that too. What the hell you going to another camp for, mister? I thought Calvin and Kenny was doing you well. Shit. I don't know. Go ahead. I don't know, but I guess I don't know. I've trained at Headbangers, not like with them, but like we go over there to spar a lot. So I guess he wanted some insight, or I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna say they can't give him some pointers or whatever, but the only thing that they can give him over there, personally, is the fact that I whoop ass. That's it. Point blank period. So they can explain to him how well I whoop ass, and then that might be, that might give him a little, but other than that, yeah, it's personally, I thought Calvin would be in the corner. Personally, I know Calvin would be the lead. But it ain't my career, that's his career.
I know that, and Tank's worked with Barry before, and they've kind of done joint camps before.
I know.
Do you feel it's just, more insinuated the fact that he's trying to get something out of some of the work that you've done with them, opposed to just, or you think it's
that's the thing.
More?
See, that's what I'm saying. I really don't know. I don't care either, but it's still like I don't know. It's just baffling to me.
Has there been like really good competitive work that you've done in there, or like, I know you say you went in there and whooped ass, but when fight week comes,
there's been has there been competitive work? A lot of competitive work when we went over there and sparred recently.
a headbanger, or is it just like? I guess all I'm asking is like, Tank's working with headbangers, kind of working a little bit closer to home. Is there anything, I guess, maybe like a competitive sparring where they're like, hey, we've seen Lamont this or that. How Tank has a lot of great mind games. Is there anything that boxing fans would quote be surprised if they kind of play that type
about
of
the information from that side?
Mm-hmm.
We've been over there. We worked over there for many years, so of course, they seen the progression, they seen the work. We call them. Sometimes Barry call us when he got a new fighter. He calls, say, Lamont, I need Lamont to see what this dude about. And sometimes that dude leave the next day. So exactly know what we were capable of doing.
Train, how he, how he eat.
It's a great advantage because he don't let up off of him as well. He always in the ear, he always showing them, he always talking to them. He's a big brother, a mentor, and a leader by example. They see the hard work, they see what it takes. He can explain it to them, what the do's and don'ts, to learn from his past mistakes or things like that. So it's great for them to come up behind him because know, he traveled on trips with him. You know, while he was pro, he'd go out to the amateur tournament. I used to use him as one of the coaches. So they bonded with that, you know what I'm saying? Because they see it wasn't just about him, he's about them as well. So they love him for that.
Hey, Lamont, I got a question for you.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
You're on TV. I talked to your father about your mental state, but how far ahead in the fight do you actually go? Like, do you meditate as far as, okay, I'm gonna wear my Reaper mask, I'm gonna wear these shorts? How far into the fight do you go?
Of course, I go as far as envisioning what punches I want to, like, you know what I'm saying, that I hope I land, that I envision on landing and stuff like that, like what we practice on and everything like that, like down to the T as I can get.
Are we gonna expect that Reaper mask?
It depends if it's done on time.
You know, when it comes to, you know, training for a puncher, right? I know it's obvious that you want to make sure you're in the best shape of your life, but is there a specific regimen or a reason why you're in this particular shape? Is it the best shape of your life, or is it a specific type of shape for Gervonta Tate Davis?
I always train to be in the best shape of my life. Regardless, I don't cheat the grind, I don't short it, no matter who I'm going against. It could have been like a contender, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. Regardless, I'm putting that work in. Like, I'm doing what I gotta do to be in the best shape. Now, all regards to a puncher is just like, I put it like this: you worried about getting punched and worrying about the punch, eventually it's gonna happen. So I'm not worried. We're cautious. We're smart. Obviously he can punch. We know that. So that's a thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not deterring our game plan or anything like that. We're prepared. We're prepared. You know, we spar some bigger guys, some guys that can punch. So, you know, and previously I've been in there with like middleweights, like junior middleweights, welterweights. I've been in there with some dudes that can punch. I mean, like, for their size too. So it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, sparring and fighting is a different thing, but it's about getting into that mode. I'm not in there going in there frantic or scared or nothing like that.
The reason why I ask this, because a lot of times people say Tank's a slow starter, and then he brings the fight mid to late rounds, and it seems like to beat Tank, you have to be able to go in the later rounds and battle nutrition where, you know, unless you get him out early, but it seems like to beat Tank, you got to be able to fight 10, 11, 12 strong and consistent. So
y'all gonna see that. Y'all seen that already. But if it go to distance, y'all gonna see that.
You think he'll get more frustrated? Because we've seen it with the Leo Santa Cruz where certain things didn't happen and he changed the style, high guard, walk forward. So that kind of works in your advantage if it goes later?
It all depends. At the end of the day, he's a good fighter, so whatever he has to do to adjust, I'm pretty sure he'll try to do. But we ready. We ready for anything. We ready for any style, any adjustment, for his tendencies, for his weaknesses, for his strong points. We ready for everything.
Thanks a lot.
Quick question. How important is music to like your whole training process?
Oh, music is very important. It keep the, I don't know. We be cool in here, but it be a little quiet, like how it is now a little bit. But when they get to cranking, I'm cranking. So.
Any idea of what song you want to walk out to?
I'm walking out with an artist, so I know exactly what I'm walking out to. It's just gonna be a surprise to y'all. All right.